What's up, dog? What's up, dogs? What's up? What's up? Wow. Frosty! What's up, buddy? That was cute. Anybody see any babies? That's Miss Nellie right there, right smack in the middle. Hey. Uh-huh. That's fine. That's fine. Good morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Woo! Well, if you're new here, that's Frosty. Welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. This is my lovely wife and my 40 acres in Northeast Oklahoma. We've got cattle, pigs, donkeys, chickens, 3 dogs, 3 boys, 3 channels in no particular order. This morning we got a little maintenance to do, and then we're gonna go hang out at my brother and sister-in-law's because they are getting a companion steer today. Like for Beans, man. Beans is getting a buddy. That's what it's coming down to. I think his name's number 17 or something like that. So, all right. Well, let's do some chores and then we'll hang out more. So I've already been out here and they didn't even come over. You walk out here.
I know, she was coming up to me.
You walk out and here they come. Lily, you make them dogs bark. You know that, right?
Come here, sister. Come here. Are you mad at Daddy?
You're all right. It was Mama's idea. Actually, not Mama's. I mean, Lucy's still here, so.
True.
Yep.
She's so pretty. She looks just like him.
For sure. Doing some cubes here in a second. I really want him to keep eating that hay down.
For sure. Hi, baby. Hi, honey.
Well, I put the chicken feed in the chicken run.
Thank you. I'm going to shoo them all out instead of keep them out.
I would. Oh, big new world. What are you doing? Here they come. She's back in. There's feed in here. They just don't.
She's so pretty.
They don't see the point yet. That's one of the barred rocks.
Yeah.
It's so warm out there too. Like I turned their lamps off, hoping they would go outside.
Yeah, it is warm. Yeah, the sunshine feels amazing.
You guys can see the new feeder right there. I spilt that little bit just so they'd come out there and eat it and find it. But maybe we put their water out there too. I mean, you gotta remember, they aren't actually supposed to eat and drink in the hen house.
Yeah.
Right. Now in the winter, do people cheat that a little bit? Sure. Keep things from freezing and stuff.
Yeah.
But really, you don't want food and water in here.
Because you don't want to go into the bathroom in here excessively either.
Yeah. Right now they live in here and we can tell there's a smell already. So we need to, boy, that is a beautiful bird right there though.
Which one?
That silver red splash wyandotte.
Yeah.
Beautiful. We were supposed to have 2 frizzles We lost one. That was the order from the hatchery. We haven't had any hate over the chickens that we lost, but we ordered a dozen chickens from a hatchery. Was it a dozen? It was, wasn't it? 11 from a hatchery, and we lost 7. And it was fast. And even the hatchery kind of tried to call us out a little bit about our brooder setup or something like that, and I kind of took offense. Not to mention I'm using one of the brooder plates that they recommend on their website to use, and keeping it at the temperature that they use, and we even have a wireless temperature. I don't know why I pointed over there, because it's over there behind Ray. Whoop. Duck, babe. That thing right. No, it's right here. My bad. I don't even know where it's at. But yeah, we have an alarm in the house if the brooder temperature falls below a certain degree. I mean, we did everything I've ever done.
Well, 4 of those hatchery birds are still here. She's one of them. 4 of the hatchery birds are still here. We honestly feel like maybe they were a little bit older than the rest of them, because they were like alive and thriving within 2 hours of being here, and the others were super lethargic. But I did everything I could to try to save them. You know, I warmed them up and gave them some egg yolk and a couple of things, but I didn't end up, we lost 7 of them, and that was actually devastating for me because I literally watched them perish in my hands. But the other 4 were doing great.
Well, and what I want to say too is, like, you know, I'm a little more, if an animal's going to make it, it's going to make it. But Ray is not. Ray's going to doctor that animal the best she can. Go down swinging, fighting chance kind of thing. But then we went and got 2 dozen birds the same age that were also mailed, and they're all alive. Every single one of them. Haven't lost a single bird.
I've got 30, all 30 chickens in this coop. There's 30 in here still. I didn't lose a single one.
But 24 were ones that we bought. Like, if there was an issue with our brooding setup, it's not like we changed something.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It happens. I know that mailing them can be hard on them, but...
Well, we had, it was cold too. It was, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we had the negative temperatures with these birds right here. The big nasty cold spell, these birds went right through it.
True.
And had 0 issues. So, like 0. Now we've done did it. So we tossed them all outside and we shut the door. Boy, if that was little donks, he'd rip off right there. Look, a whole thing of mealworms. Nobody over here. Which, by the way, a lot of you guys kept saying to get mealworms. We already had them, but they've got to be 6 weeks old, right?
Yeah.
So we waited about a week for make sure everybody was over 6 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
So, because the 15th, everybody was 6 weeks old. I believe is the way the math worked out. But this sunshine's way warmer than the brooder. The brooder, well, not warmer than the brooder light, but they need this. And if you don't do this, they become accustomed to that light and reliant upon it to stay warm. And that's just not okay. So, but this gives us the opportunity. We can go in there and sweep that stuff out and take care of everything. Is that Frosty bawling at you? Somebody didn't get a bottle yesterday, and he is protesting. Well, speaking of, like, just ripping the Band-Aid off, thought I was a savage.
I know.
It's time.
It's killing me.
But he's huge. Frosty is huge. He looks really good.
He really is. And I went in there yesterday. I didn't give him a bottle in the morning. I went in there in the afternoon to pour some more feed in there, and he ate it. But he was also headbutting me, and he was very mad. And I don't want that either. I need to break him of that, of trying to headbutt me, because he'll eventually hurt me. So.
Yep. Unknowingly hurt, like a lapdog hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want him to stick around on the farm. We want him to be here. We don't want him to be like MJ, where he's constantly throwing his head around. And some of you guys said MJ's calmed down a little bit. I would agree. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just solely because he is not in charge in that pen, and no one's going to stick up for him. So.
Frosty's throwing his head because he's trying to get milk out of me. So I need to put a stop to that. Like now, before he does hurt me.
But He's very healthy. Like we mentioned before, Frosty, Ray sees him every day a lot. So it's hard for her to tell how big he's getting. But trust me, he's huge. And you got to remember, I know Sunny was small statured. She's still small statured. Where even is she? You know what?
Impressive bray, Lucy.
That's Badonk.
Was that?
That was Badonk.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. No, it's Lucy. She's right there. I see the top of her head.
The girls have found their voice now that he's gone. Yeah, they've been braying like crazy.
Tell her, Lucy. Say, I can do that, Mama.
They're also talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they need to get used to being, used to being separated again.
You know what's funny? I've been telling you I haven't seen any turkeys out back. Because Lucy has been patrolling where Sue is.
Lily's been patrolling.
I'm sorry, Lily's been patrolling where Sue is back there. We took Lily out, and I've said Lucy 8 times. Ray's been stopping me. We took Lily out because she's been patrolling the area and keeping the turkeys out and the deer out. And last night, there was more turkeys at 5 p.m. than I've ever seen because Lily has been in the new pen now.
They found the food.
They found it. Hot dog. We should just take my dad some birds today. Not even say anything. No, actually, I didn't feed them. Ray had an errand to run this morning, so I did not feed them in the coop like we have been in the hen house. So I knew once they found it, they would eat it. The only thing I don't like about this feeder, we're going to have to keep an eye on it, is mice can get in there pretty easily. Now I might be able to find a way to like suspend it or put it up on something like once the birds are taller. And sorry, that camera does not like filming through this mesh. But yeah. There they are. If we open this door, they'll go crazy, so I don't want to spook them. Somebody said those nipples looked a little bit low to the ground, like the water, but that's where chickens eat, so I think it'll be okay. But when they get a little bit taller,
we can always set it on top of a block. Like
correct.
We did, yeah.
Yep. I've actually got a 4x6 wood skid that we can use that'll bring it up off the ground, and it's not concrete, so it won't scratch the premium decking. Birds have nicer materials than we do on our deck. But we'll have to be careful though, because I don't know if people know, but this is not composite, but that is, and it gets really, really hot. So I'm glad we didn't spin it around towards the sun. It's actually why I haven't done the front porch yet in that composite.
Yeah. So yeah, the front of our house gets sun most of the day. So once this
about 3 p.m. it's in the sun till it goes down.
Gosh, even before that though.
They seem pretty content. But the idea is they can't get in there and scratch it out. Now I threw a little bit of feed out because I wanted them to find it, but now they found it, so it's all good. That's a pretty good shot right there. It didn't focus on the fence finally. They heard something, so they got real quiet. Man, filming through this hardware cloth is not easy. They have not touched those worms.
I wonder if painting the hardware cloth black makes it easier to film through.
It might. You can try it. Still not sure. I told you I could do it. Why didn't you film it?
I should have filmed you.
Just like the only thing you never filmed. You didn't have faith.
I was holding the dogs.
You thought I was going to tip it over.
I did not have faith. I'm not gonna lie, I did not. But I think it looks great.
It does look good. So we scooted it down, basically the length it is long. And I think it might need a shim under there. But what we noticed is, or what I noticed, when the old boy leveled it the other day, it kind of settled a little bit. So what I'd like to do is, well, first I need to get a 4-foot level. But what I'd like to do is get give it a couple days, let it sit. All the doors work, so we know it's level left to right. I just think it might be a hair low right here. But yeah, I just hooked up a tow strap to the old bad boy and gave her a yankety yank. We lose any birds? We didn't even check. It's all right. It's all right. Everybody looks good. They're in here eating the last bit of food that spilled, even though there's a fresh bag out there in that feeder. But hey, whatever. No, I just bought me some pretty beefy eyelets. Ran them through there. They're not even secured. They're not, like, I didn't wash them or nut them. I guess they have a nut on them, but you know, he just came this way. I did take my box blade and hit it pretty good before I moved it.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty good, right?
You didn't even try. Oh, wow.
So you know what's funny is my mom's dad, Grandpa Crab, he built a fence. You know how we had a fence for the dogs when we lived in the city? Just
Yeah.
a little video. He built a fence behind Mom and Dad's house one time, and he eyeballed the whole thing. And I've eyeballed almost every fence I've ever built. And I mean, I used to build, not when I say professional, I mean I used to build them commercially. Nothing professional about it, but my tools matched. Does that count? But no, I
It
used to
looked
build
professional.
fences. Yeah, I ran string, so I looked professional, but I didn't care where that string was. But it should be, yeah, you can't really be off on one corner. Well, you don't want to use the trim.
It's off a little. Oh, nope.
Don't use the trim, because the trim can be puckered. But I think when it settles, I think this corner is going to be a little bit low, but that's an easy fix.
Yeah.
The tractor will pick this up and slide a shim under there.
Yeah.
But I think this is pretty good. I wouldn't want too much of a step up in it, would you?
No.
You don't even sweep in the house. This is great. Oh, sorry. My bad. For the record, though, I think we should definitely make that the chicken coop room. That does not come back in the house. So we're going to sweep this out here until it creates a good little garden bed for us. I think Lily's watching the birds. I'm not so sure that she's nervous. She's just trying to figure out what they are. Because remember what we were saying about the turkeys?
Yeah.
I think they bug her. That's why she's up here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's been a few minutes. We ended up throwing it's not a cat block, it's like a paver with a ledge on it underneath this front corner, because it was, when we opened it, the door would like, see that? And we don't necessarily mind that. That's not bad, and it's gonna settle. But a minute ago when we opened it, it was like, so obviously that was off. So but we got that squared away. It's not the worst thing, that shuts by itself, but none of the other ones do it. So it could just be that door. I'm aware you can tighten the top hinge or the top hinge screw and it'll straighten it out, but do I dare open this? Yeah, that's not too bad. But anytime you level one of these, you just want to make sure that your gaps, and you kind of have to ignore trim. But if this was like a half inch right here and this was an 1/8 or something, and when you open it, it's stuck, that'd be bad. So, man, if you've ever wondered how big Glory's horns are, that's Glory behind June. Isn't that crazy? So they don't need cubes. They got plenty yesterday, but we're topping them off with some good water. I actually just dumped it out. It's not the day that I rinse it, but I dumped it out. And yeah, we'll See if we can get them up here though. They've got a lot of hay. There's Nellie. I want to see what her back end looks like. Goodness. Blue, what's up, buddy? They're gonna follow us because they think they're getting cubes, but it's not gonna happen. But they will make Miss Nellie spin here. We might be able to get a little better look at the backside. Miss Bonnie, how you doing? How you doing? Fiona will make them shift. Hang on a second. You're looking pretty goopy. Bonnie, get your head out of the way. Oh yeah, we're feeling it today. Bags, the teats are showing underneath there. We're getting closer. Getting closer. Of course, it's like sunny and 75 today, so they're all pretty comfy. Alright, so we need to check Belle too. We don't want to forget that. But she's just looking puffy. There's been no goop whatsoever. Buddy, the cubes are over there. Hey, taters. Over there. You're going to have to be a grown boy. You can do it. I got faith. That's like a 20 by 20 circle of cubes. He's got room. He's just being lazy. And then there's the girls. What do y'all say? If I come down here and get a little quieter, is that okay? Hi. Honey. Good morning. What you think, lady? Psst, psst, psst. Hey. Cube. There she got it. There she got it. I know, I'm loud, I'm tall. You miss Ray. She's working on a coop. Woo! Maximus, see something you like? You dirty dog. That's funny. So everybody's good. All the girls got the feed. Belle and the boys got the feed. They need a bale of hay tomorrow. They're gonna need a bale of hay tomorrow. It's just how it is. We'll get them one. So she is swinging that tail a lot to and fro, but there's no bag. I mean, like none. So see how little Lily is compared to the calves. Yeah, she just can't. She can't push them around like Little Donk did, which is a good thing because then the girls get the cubes because Lily's not supposed to have those in abundance. That's what you want. Mid-bubble. All right, well, we planned on showing you the steer. It's been a couple hours. We planned on showing you the steer over Colin Shannon's, but Jay and Charlotte hit some traffic. So we're gonna head over there now. So if you wanna see how that goes, it'll be in tomorrow's video for us. Likely Jay and Charlotte's, what?
Nothing.
Likely.
She's smiling.
Likely, I thought she was like, what? You're gonna be there, you get to see it.
I know.
They just have to wait a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll see it in tomorrow's video, probably in Colin Shannon and probably in Jay and Charlotte's video. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up though so that we can go over there and hang out and have a good time. And I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. It wasn't the chicken coop because she cleaned it, but my allergies are, I'm struggling. It's got to make up its mind, either get warm or stay cold. I don't want it to get warm, but you know what I'm saying? It's allergies.
He didn't even sleep with me last night, so, but that's fine with me because I ain't getting sick.
It's allergies. Allergies. But anyway, with that said, appreciate all the support. I think that's it. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces.